Hi everyone, good to be with you. As a personal trainer and exercise specialist, I don't believe in temporary and quick fixes. I am very passionate about equipping and empowering you so that you can achieve your goals through lifestyle changes. Today, I'll be talking about how to do intermittent fasting and the different types of intermittent fasting. You can listen to this video the way you would a podcast, or you can watch it. But first and foremost, you need to consult with your doctor if you are malnourished, undernourished, underweight, if you suffer from any eating disorders, if you are a growing child or pregnant, and if you are on any medication, it would be wise to talk to your doctor first so that he can advise you. So first and foremost, I would suggest that you start off by going low carb, by eating low carb before you get into intermittent fasting. And this prepares your body for intermittent fasting, but it also brings your body into better balance. Combining a low carb eating plan with intermittent fasting attacks insulin resistance from two different directions, and this is a very good thing. So we have a lot of mechanisms in place, backup systems to produce energy and keep our bodies functioning when we go without food for weeks or days on end. But what we don't have backup systems against is eating all the time, eating 3, 4, 5, 6 to 8 meals a day, or eating every 2 to 3 hours. We don't have a defense system against that because it produces insulin resistance. So to start of intermittent fasting, I suggest that you skip breakfast first and you have your first meal at 12 o'clock at noon in the afternoon and your last meal at 8 p.m. in the evening. Now you are expanding your fasting window to what we call the 16-8. You used to have 12 hours of fasting, that was just during your sleep, which most people do, and you're moving it to 16 hours. This is one of the most popular forms of intermittent fasting and the easiest one because it eases you into intermittent fasting because you're only skipping breakfast. You're practically just skipping breakfast. So once you start eating low carb, you will find that your body it gets into its natural pattern. And when you don't feed it carbohydrates all the time, you won't feel hungry all the time. You won't crave food all the time. And with a 16-8, you are eating 2 meals a day. So by simply extending your fasting window to 16 hours, it can have remarkable effects on your well-being because you are giving your body 16 hours without insulin spikes, which can be very tremendous on reversing insulin resistance, and it gives your body time to process the food you ate. The 16-8, however, it's not going to be enough for people with severe long-term insulin resistance or people with severe obesity, but it's better than eating all the time, and it's a good start. So it may not be enough to reverse the insulin resistance, but you can play around with it. You can see how your body adapts to it, and then you can push it a little further to the next one, which is called the 18-6. This is where you're still skipping breakfast, but you have your first meal at 12 and your last meal at 6 p.m. So now you have a full 18 hours of fasting, and that is an 18-hour fasting window. And in contrast to the 16-8, you have an extra 2 hours to reverse insulin resistance, and then you push it a little further. But before you push it a little further, listen to your body, see how your body is adapting to the 18-6, and then you can move it to eating lunch at 2 p.m. and your last meal at 6 p.m. That gives you a 4-hour feeding window, and a feeding window is the time that you can eat. So you have 4 hours to eat and 20 hours of fasting. And when you feel ready, you can move to alternate day fasting. I do this every other day to get my body into a state of autophagy. So if your motive is to lose weight or to achieve autophagy, then this one is for you. So you fast one day and you eat one day and you fast one day, and that's the cycle that you follow. So autophagy processes are usually reached 18 to 20 hours of fasting, but to get maximal benefits, you need to fast at least 48 to 72 hours, and I do that every few months to get my body into maximum autophagy to get that benefits from it. So there is a few people that took it even further. It's called 1 meal a day, OMAD. So when I refer to it as OMAD, it means 1 meal a day. And if you are severely obese or severely insulin resistant, then this one is a really good idea to work towards. This is where you put your food or your meal into one single hour, and then you don't eat until the next day at the same time. So some people follow the 16-8, and then they do the OMAD once or twice a week. So you can maybe do the 16-8 and then play around with the OMAD once or twice a week. So if you start with the 16-8 and progress to the 18-6, and then once you get to OMAD, it doesn't feel that bad. That's why I say start off easy and then progress and see which one works for you. You need to listen to your body and discover what works for your body. So the OMAD has been my lifestyle now for the past 3 months, because like I said, I will experience something before I share it with you, and I want to experience it. And I've discovered that this is the one that works for me. I love OMAD because I'm experiencing amazing benefits in my lifestyle, in my body, in my well-being, in every area of my life. And you may wonder, why am I doing OMAD? The fact is, I'm not a big eater. I've never been a big eater. So eating once a day for me is perfect, and I get everything that I nutritionally need in that one meal. I make sure of that. I get my vitamins, my minerals, everything, my calories. I make sure that I get enough in that one meal. And you need to make sure that you get enough of your vitamins, minerals, calories, and everything when you are doing intermittent fasting, or whichever form of intermittent fasting you choose. And by now you know that I'm plant-based, so a lot of people is concerned about my protein, but you've seen I'm building muscle, and besides just vegetables, for those of you that do want to go plant-based, there is a variety and a big range of plant-based sausages, I'll say sausages, and cheese, and cakes, and pies, there's samosas, there's a lot of plant-based foods out there that you can go. So plant-based eating doesn't automatically mean that it's healthy. You need to make the choice to eat healthy foods. And yes, my husband and I, we indulge when we can, and we enjoy it without any guilt. But like I told you, it's not my lifestyle. The latter of my life is one of health and fitness. And OMAD has not restricted what I've done, because when people hear you're only eating once a day, are you crazy, are you anorexic? You can see I'm not anorexic. I have lots of muscle, I feel healthy, I look good, and I don't lose energy. I do extreme workouts. My first hour is an extreme workout, and my second hour is where I do stretching and flexibility. So most days a normal workout for me would be 2 hours, and then every other day I go running and cycling, and my body lacks absolutely nothing. Because why? It's busy repairing and regenerating itself all the time. So I am in awe and fascinated at our bodies and how it adapts to every situation. So no, if you have 1 meal a day, you're not going to fall down and die, and you are not starving. Your body is actually working at its best. But you need to find out the form of intermittent fasting that will work for you. So during my fasting windows, I'll wake up and I'll have a warm cup of lemon water. I have 2 to 3 cups of coffee. I have herbal teas. I have apple cider vinegar water, and some days I'll add a fruit to my day as well. So if you feel this is something that you'd like to try, then start off by going low carb, because the longer you fast, the more you get used to it and you can receive the benefits of it as well. We all have been conditioned to think that we need to eat all the time. We have been told that we need to have 3 to 8 meals a day, and we don't realize that this is harming our body, because the more frequently we eat, the more we program our bodies for insulin and insulin resistance, and this is the main cause for obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, stroke, dementia, many other diseases. Insulin resistance is the culprit. So skip a meal, push a meal for a few hours, and just see how it works for you. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. It's become a lifestyle. I don't even feel hungry in between anymore. I don't even feel hungry when it's my eating time. I eat between 3 and 4 every day, and I don't feel hunger pangs. But because I know it's my time to eat, I prepare my food and I'm ready to eat. But most times I have my food pre-prepared because I just want to sit down and eat at 3 or 3:30 or 4 as well. So skip breakfast and get into shorter feeding window, and don't think of fasting as deprivation. When the mind is very powerful, it's not depriving our body, it's actually regenerating and healing our body. But rather think of fasting as a managed break from eating, giving your body time, the time it needs to repair itself, and focus on improving your health in every aspect of your life. During fasting, see that you stay hydrated, keep a water bottle by you, and when done properly, intermittent fasting will have positive health benefits. You need to follow the intermittent fasting plan that makes sense to your body. You need to listen to your body, see how your body is adapting, and see how it works for you. If you have any further questions, please ask me. If there's anything else you want to know, feel free to inbox me, send me a message or comment. Intermittent fasting is working for me and many people out there, and the thing that excites me the most is that it has been journaled in the New England Journal of Medicine that intermittent fasting has a variety of health benefits. And the exciting part for me is that I am experiencing and living those health benefits, and you can too. So let me know if you have any questions or if I can help you in any way. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know this was a long video, I know it's a lot of information, but I feel that when you understand and know why you're doing something and how to do it, it makes it easier and it motivates you to do it. And I desire that each one of you live a good and healthy life, have a good quality life. So thank you so much for joining me, and always remember, you can achieve all your goals through commitment, discipline, and perseverance. I'll see you in my next video.